Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the fifth race of the 2018 NRSL Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series season. We're here at Auto Club for 75 laps racing. Um, Hopefully, it's going to be a good race in store for us here today. Last week, Jonny Gardner got his first win of the 2018 season, and now he returns to the track where he got his first career victory. So we've got 75 laps on par or on count for today. To find out who will get the fifth win of the season, so far one rookie driver has won a race. That is the 70 of Joshua Osborne, who won at Las Vegas. And we have had a total of 2 Dodge wins, 1 Chevy win, and 1 Ford win. So we'll see if Toyota can maybe get a win today as the 11 of Charles Jackson starts on the front row. Jackson won 2 races last season, one of which was at Chicagoland. Now, Auto Club is the first non-superspeedway track that we visit this season that also has a second race at the end of the year. That is the round 1 chase cutoff race for the chase. So Jackson starts first. Amato, another speedway winner from last year, will start second. Kev Shearer and Jonny Gardner will start in row 2. So Gardner, your defending race winner and race winner from last week at Chicago, looking to go back-to-back in both races here and on the season. Emmanuel Hartnett and Alex Ferranti will start in row 3. Cole Deaver and Diego Yepes will start in row 4, with Eli Bright and Jessica Shelton in row number 5. Now, Deanna Jones will start behind them in 12th. She is currently the points leader, 11 points over Jonny Gardner. Matthew McIntyre third, Dylan Young fourth, James Shelley fifth. Rest of the top 10 in points is Osborne. As I didn't even see the command coming. Drivers have started their engines. Osborne sixth in points, Stever seventh, Green eighth, Bright ninth, and Solon 10th. After an abysmal finish last week, Andrew Rich drops all the way from second to 17th in points. He's still in the top 30. So currently, he is still in the chase with his win from Daytona. Looking to find the 53. He starts in 42nd place today. So they're really going to have their work cut out for them, but hopefully they can get something going here. It is a long race. These cars are expected to have to pit at least twice. They've really slowed the cars down here. You can't flat-foot it around and through the corners anymore. So it should really be an interesting race. The camera crews have been situated in different places this year so that we get more interesting camera shots. So you can see the whole back straight away from this camera angle. But veterans on the front row. A rookie, Kev Shearer, he starts third. Shearer led a decent amount of the race at Las Vegas, if my memory is correct. I could be wrong on that. I'm not 100%. Alex Ferranti in 6th, Yepes in 8th, Deaver 7th, Eli Bright 9th, and Shelton 10th. So 6 rookies starting in the top 10. We'll see what happens today. Green flag is out. We are underway at Auto Club as they are already 3 and 4 wide all over the place. Hartnett will make it 3 wide. You can already see from the low speeds in the corners it is already set out to be a much different race. 197 down the back all the way down to 170, 165. Jackson will be the leader for lap 1. 193 miles an hour at the start-finish line. So go into turn 1 at about 202 miles an hour. Amato currently sits in second. Gardner's fighting hard on that high line but he just got put in the middle 3 wide once again. Gardner's trying to do his best. He wants to get clear so that he can go for second place, and he will do that as he moves behind the 24 of Amato. Battles on now for fourth between Ferrante and Shearer, who appears to be holding up the lower line. And as Ferrante will clear too along the high side, Gardner's looking for second place on now. Michael Amato, it's only lap 3. Looks like the high line's the preferred line to go here today at Auto Club, as Ferrante will move to the outside up 32. Still some 3 and 3 wide action there in the back of the field, but Ferrante, who was doing good at Las Vegas, moves up to third. So Ferrante's shown that he has what it takes to run in this series. Running third behind teammate Michael Amato. Diego Yepes in the 77 is going to go all the way from the high line to the low line. Nico Tringali running up front. This Red Bull Racing Audi car is a new manufacturer in the series this season. They could very well be looking to get their first win. As now Gardner, stuck on the bottom, is falling backwards. As Amato catches up, Ferrante's going to look low. That's going to allow Amato to take the higher line. That should help set him up on the 11. As we take a look at the spectator camera from the front straightaway. Single file racing up through, it seems, the top 6. Big pack of cars behind them. They'll come by to complete lap number 5. And there's the move by Amato for the race lead, but Ferrante gives his teammate no help. And Amato is making it work on the bottom, but Ferrante's got that high line draft. Amato still side by side with Ferrante, but just barely, and he'll concede the position there. Ferrante again looking down low, up to second place now behind leader Charles Jackson. Fourth place Shearer, fifth place Nico Tringali, sixth is DJ Curtis, Tony Green 7th, Austin Alves 8th, Hartnett 9th, and Deaver is 10th. Goldberg along the outside of Gardner. Gardner still falling back along the bottom. Not what he wanted at all in this race. He's really got to try and find the way to get to the top. As the cars are starting to single file it out. Shearer's going to make a move on Ferrante, as Amato will make a move on Jackson. That move falls short. Now Tringali to the high side of Shearer through 1 and 2. Tringali was winless in 2017. And DJ Curtis took a look, and there it is, and Shearer moves way up the track. Ferrante running along the bottom. Tringali's got a huge head of steam coming through the tri-oval here. To the right quarter panel of the 88. This is a battle for third. Amato and Jackson still up front, 1-2. Now Tringali will get a huge run off of turn 4. take the race lead as Amato will once again dive to the inside of Jackson in turn 1. The two are even side by side. Jackson's got the advantage. And the high side is supremely strong in turn 4. So turn 1 will definitely be the corner to make a pass on the bottom if you can make one at all. And there it is. Jackson will get cleared. Now Tringali's going to get a run on the 24, who's going to maintain his low line. Tony Green also making his way up through the field, passing Ferranti for 4th place. Tringali now battles Amato for 2nd. Green's going to go to the middle, but does he make it 3 wide? The answer is no, but right now Tringali with no draft help, but it won't really matter until they come way off the corner. And there's the 3 wide move by Tony Green. Help with Ferranti, and that is the 16 of Alves, I believe. Now they're 2 wide, 2 rows. Jackson's loving all this fighting going on in his mirror. Now which line does Alves choose? Right now he's on the low. And Tringali will easily clear. It looks like Ferranti will follow him. That appears to be the case. Yep, Ferranti will clear back for 3rd. Tringali up to 2nd. Now Amato finds himself stuck on the bottom as Alves is up top. Not much battling going on behind them. Goldberg, your truck champ, he's up here in 11th fighting with Caleb Hoffman. See Gardner still stuck on the bottom in 15th. The bottom has just been going backwards. It's pretty even in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 it is pretty bad for that low line. Now Alves moving to the outside of Ferranti with help from Amato. On lap 14 of 75 here. We are experiencing about a 2nd fall off on these tires. See single file all the way back to 11th, now back to 13th. And Tringali's got to make a move on the leader. And no, he couldn't quite get there. Now Alves has the outside line. And so far we're shaping up to have another caution-free race. Alves will clear Tringali. Amato now to his outside. This would be for 3rd, and Amato's going to get the easy run around. Tringali now has got to fight from Ferranti. He's going to stay to his outside. Hartnett moves low. Green's going all the way up top. 3 wide in the 1. Green falls back. You can see the super high line is not that great. They will battle again for 4th. Here's the top 3 breakaways. So Jackson started off on the pole. He has not looked back. Alves makes the move late. Amato goes with, but Alves has to slow up a little too much. And now Amato's going to make a move on the 16. Could be the break. Nope, Amato can't quite get there. That's going to help Ferranti, though. Tony Green runs in 5th. And Gardner. Where is the 32 car? How did I miss the blue car of the 32? There he is. Gardner has finally made his way to the outside line. The pit stops are going to be key. Now Tringali looking to get 5th back. That's from Tony Green. Now Alves looking to the low line of Charles Jackson once more. And it's not going to really work for him, as now, yet again, Ferranti to the high line. Oh, Ferranti's going to cut right back down, though. And he's not going to get there, though. They're single file. There's now Amato. Amato to the high line. Amato was getting passed, it looked like, by a few cars. Maybe not, it's just the angle of the camera. So Ferranti is yet again back up to 2nd. We're on lap 20 of 75, 2-second fall off now on these tires. We are just waiting to see when these cars will come down pit road. Ferranti on the inside of Jackson. And you can see it looks like it works in the 3, but right when you get in the 4, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. And Amato's going to move to the high line of Charles Jackson. Did he get there? He's got help from Tony Green. And the answer is no. We thought we were going to see someone go to the outside of the leader for the first time all day. But he didn't quite have enough help. And there he goes again. Now Amato's going to the inside, down the back straightaway. Jackson will clear yet again. Tony Green's moving up to 3rd here. Hartnett's there in 5th. Nobody has retired from the race. Green and Ferranti battle for 3rd. Hartnett, Alves on the bottom. Amato still looking, and ooh, here we go, pit stops. I think the 24 signaling is coming down, and that's the case, yep. Amato and Ferranti are going to come down on lap 23. So this will give them fresh rubber. Now this is where we will see when the low line can make passes or not, because the 24 and the 88 are going to be on the newest rubber. At the end of the run, they're going to be on the oldest rubber. And it's definitely shaping up to be a 2, maybe 3 stop race. See who comes down this time by. And Jackson's definitely going to be leading a lot of cars down. Ooh, is Hartnett pitting? No, Hartnett's staying out. Hartnett's going to get to lead a lap here. Seth Cole will stay out. So there you're seeing the cars which will have the freshest tires. And some cars making passes on the outside entering pit road. So a decent number of cars stay out. You can just see how slow they get. 3 seconds of fall off at the end of this run. So we should definitely be seeing cars trying to make moves on the bottom as the run progresses, because they'll have the fresher tires. They should be able to maybe make passes in turn 1. And turn 3 and 4 will probably turn into an equal kind of line. But a total of 12 more cars come out around the last time here. There's Jackson, Alves, Green. Those are the top 3 out of Group 2. Once this cycles around, we're going to step away, but we just want to see where everyone comes out. And there it is. There's Amato. There's Ferranti. They are way out ahead. But remember, 3 seconds of fall off is huge at a track like this. They're going to slowly lose the time they have gained. But Amato and Ferranti, for now, they are gone. Jackson, Alves, and Green. Tringali, Deaver, Hoffman, Curtis. And let's see, where is the leader of the last group? That was Hartnett. So Hartnett's been passed by the top 2, so he's in 3rd right now. There go 3 more cars. That's 6th place then for the 20. And Hartnett is going to fall to, I think, 7th or 8th here. Yep, Deaver's going to get by, so Hartnett only falls to 8th, pitting a total of 2 laps later. And we'll see as this run progresses how much ground Hartnett will be able to maybe gain on the bottom. But for now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Michael Amato is your race leader. 3 seconds ahead of 3rd place, Charles Jackson, who has led most of the race. Ferranti is right behind Michael Amato. And we will be back for more racing from Auto Club. We're back at Auto Club. Amato is still your race leader. As we cut away, you saw Ferranti making a move. That move did not work at all. Cars 3rd on back are slowly closing. You can see it was about 3 seconds when we left. It's down to 2.7. Jackson's still getting a tough time here as Alves and Green may be trying to get by. They're now joined by Nico Tringali and Cole Deaver. Hartnett remains in 8th place as he is being hunted down by Caleb Hoffman and John Arndt. Seth Cole is 11th. Now, Seth was the 2nd highest driver who came out behind Hartnett. And let me tell you that this 42 machine must be using the same engine they had at Vegas, because this thing is flying. Obviously, right now, outside the top 10. Definitely probably looking for a top 10 finish. They did pit in the 3rd group, so as the run progresses, they should have a shot to creep into the top 10. John Nunn is the 3rd highest driver out of those who pit on the 3rd cycle. A decent number of those guys are right up here running around. See, Andrew Rich has the fastest lap on the day. Now, he is 3 wide right there. Him and Oskin are the only 2 to get into the 2 second, 0.2, the 38.2s. They're the only 2 drivers. They're running out here just outside the top 20. Now, remember, Rich started 42nd. He's worked his way well up the field. I think the high line has really helped this team out. They've just been following people through, passing people. So they're up to 22nd. As, well, we've got a position change up front. Tony Green has fallen to 7th. And now he's fighting back on the outside of Cole Deaver. Tringali's going to make a move from 4th, and that doesn't work. But Green fighting on the outside of Deaver. Hartnett has now been caught by Hoffman, Arndt, Seth Cole's there as well. Curtis was catching, but I think Seth Cole's joining of this pack is drafting them away from the 17. It'll be interesting to see how much faster Seth Cole can go through the corners than the 3 in front of him. As the battle continues up front now, Green is trying to whittle his way back into the top 5 along the high line, right now next to the 16 of Alves. Meanwhile, these guys are not really gaining on the leaders. It's just been whittling away. So pitting first might have been the race-winning strategy here for the 24 car. Amato won his first race back at Charlotte last season, and he later got a win. He got a win somewhere else later in the season. I forget where it was. Also, caution-free race yet again so far. This could be our 3rd of 5 races on the season. Daytona with 2 yellows and Las Vegas with 1. Especially now that the field is spread out. I do not believe we will see a yellow as we are halfway through the race. Now we're expecting probably to see this front 2 here pit sometime around lap 48 to lap 50. If they can make it to lap 50, I believe they can make it the rest of the way on gas. The real question will be is when tires really start falling off, because they really did not start shredding themselves until the end of a run. These guys are about past halfway through their run here. So when will we finally start seeing the big gains? Because the lap times will be getting more and more slower, and then we'll start seeing the big gains from the guys in the back who are actually side by side. So those 2 mini packs formed up, and they're running the high line now with draft. So Jackson and Alves are on the high line. Ooh, Tringali gets pushed up into the middle by Cole Deaver. Hoffman is also on the outside line. Now remember, Hartnett here has the freshest rubber. If anybody's going to pass anybody on the bottom, it's him. Along with the 42, and he's actually going to make it 3 wide. We'll see. Can he actually still stick? Oh, it sticks a little bit. Yeah, he can make it stick under the 31. But they just get such huge runs off the corner. Now Seth Cole will go to the bottom with the 20. And they are slowly closing in. And Hartnett will get by Arndt and Deaver along the bottom. And now see Seth Cole 3 wide below Arndt and Deaver. So this is what we were waiting for, was this pack here to start making some moves. And Hartnett's going to push Green up the racetrack. Even a 1 lap difference. Look at that. Green really didn't get much of a run off the corner. Hartnett's got help from Arndt. So Hartnett's trying to dice his way through this pack. Seth Cole remains in 11th as Jackson gets back out front in the lead. Hoffman has actually made his way into the top 5. And he's up to 4th now. But now Jackson has actually lost ground. Amato ran a full 10th faster than Ferrante, and that means one thing. Ferrante made a move on the 24, and that forced the 24 to run the high line. They don't want to run the high line because they're trying to save as much fuel as possible while still being pedal to the metal. Shorter way around the track uses less fuel. And then there it is, gaining back that time around. Now Tringali to the high line on Hoffman. I just really don't see how they're gonna gain any more. Unless one of the cars back here decides to pit a lap earlier than the 2 in front. That's the only real way they're going to gain back all that time. Now we are about 5 laps away from this next cycle of pit stops. The big question will be will it be the second and last, or will it be the second of 3? In which case, will we see drivers cut the second run in half like they did at Chicago? Because at Chicago we thought everyone was going to be close but make it on fuel, but then they ended up all pitting about 10 laps before they needed to. So now Seth Cole has gotten by a few cars. He's moving to the high line. Remember, the high line is the best line, so if Seth can run up here with his fresh rubber, I mean, if he had somewhere to go, if there wasn't a car in the way. Now everybody up here is side by side. Hartnett's going to make it 3 wide yet again. That's going to push Hoffman into the middle. It's really not going to do much. And they are starting to catch up to the 88 and the 24. They didn't really gain any ground that time, though. Almost 3 seconds off. Fresh rubber. You can see it is really difficult to pass at this racetrack. With this package, they might consider rethinking this package for Auto Club, because it is just dastardly impossible to make any sort of ground along the bottom in 3 and 4. Wide again. Seth Cole, though. Look at this. We talked about it. Hartnett couldn't get to the top, but Seth Cole has managed to do what Hartnett could not. And that has put Seth Cole up to 5th. We're on lap 47. When will the 24 and the 88 make their move down pit road? As Jackson is falling all the way back to the back end of that pack. Seth Cole moves up to 5th place. Remember, still with the freshest amount of rubber on the car, on the track, since he's in front of Hartnett now. Now they are finally gaining. Look at that, 1.58 seconds. This last run. Really seeing the tires shred. Once you get to that last lap, they really seem to just suddenly fall off the race cars. Amato and Ferranti still out front. You see the speed at the line, 189, 190 there by Alves. And you can see another half second. And now Ferranti's going to make a move for the lead. And he thinks better of it. But yeah, here's the difference. The drop-off happens really suddenly in the last 5 laps of a run. And seeing as how it's happening around lap 50, this is what we're going to see from our finishes. Motto's pitting too. Ferranti really cut down early. Seth Cole stays out. Seth Cole's the only one to stay out, so this is really going to make it interesting. Motto leads down pretty much 3/4 of the top 10. Seth Cole was the first one to stay out, and he's still got a good amount of rubber here. Hartnett stayed out with him. This time Fitzwater Sr. is in 3rd. I believe we've got the rest of that group too. Is Seth Cole coming down this time? I believe he is. And he is, yep. Seth Cole's going to come down this time by. Hartnett included. And now Peter Sand stays out. Oh, okay. There's some strategy right there. Shelley will come in. Yep, everybody else is going to come down. Amato will be the leader off of pit road. They are 3 wide behind him. Alves lifts first, and then Green will go out second. So Tony Green moves up to P2. But Amato remains the race leader as Sands stays out one more lap. This is going to undoubtedly give him the freshest tires, but I cannot imagine the amount of ground he is going to lose. So Sands gets the lead a lap, and now he will make his way down pit road. Amato is the race leader, but the cars all behind them are strung up in a draft. The big question will be, though, is where will Seth Cole emerge in all of this? If he can be at the end of that pack, it could pay big dividends. There goes Amato. Oh yeah, Seth Cole is definitely going to be up here. So is Hartnett. Green goes into 3. Ferranti's right there. Ferranti's going to peek behind the 42. This moves Seth Cole up to 3rd. But can Ferranti get a run around the 42 here? Hartnett also way up here. Same for Fitzwater Sr., who will now crack his way into 10th place. And there goes Peter Sands. You can just see he is way back there. So Fitzwater's up to 9th. Ferranti's trying to make a move around Seth Cole on the bottom. Alves is going to help the 88. Oh, no, nope, he thinks otherwise. No, he's back to the bottom. Oh, trying to make it 3 wide, and it's not going to work. Well, actually, no, maybe it will. He's got draft help. Alves is going to help Ferranti on the bottom. Hoffman's going to the bottom. Right now, Amato is gone. And now Alves will make the move below as Seth Cole goes all the way up to the wall almost. He's going to bring the car back down a bit. He loses the spot to Alves. And do we have a yellow? We have a yellow. Where, though? Did we have a debris caution come out? I do not see any smoke anywhere. Well, strategy out the window. The big question here will be, however, if you pit, you will have the freshest tires on the track, and you will make it on fuel. If you don't pit, you will have old tires and track position, but will you save the gas you need to make it? I see no smoke anywhere, not even any skid marks. I will look, but you will probably not see footage because it was almost definitely a debris yellow. And, like, we are live right now, guys, so I don't know. And these guys are going to stay out. Seth Cole stays out. Yeah, everyone's going to stay out on old tires, so this is going to bunch the field up. And anybody that pit, this is the guy you got to look at right here. If this 12 car gets to the outside line on the restart, he will make his way to the front because he ran his best lap. If this 12 car right here gets to the outside line, the end of the run is going to be huge because we saw in the last 5 laps, the last 2-3 laps of your run, your tires fall off. Anybody with a lap fresher tires who's right there behind you is going to blitz to your outside if he can. So nobody pit. So we're going to step aside. I'm going to see if this was indeed a phantom yellow, and we will be back to the restart. Alright everybody, so it very much indeed was a debris caution, or as we like to call it in the offline side of things, a phantom yellow. It has been a while since I've gotten one of these. Usually I see it at super speedways. Like I saw it twice at Army Digital that ended the races on their yellow both times. And I was so mad at those races, man. It was ridiculous. Anyway, though, we are going to keep going. So, Michael Amato's your leader. Tony Green is second. Ferranti is third. Seth Cole is fourth. Seth Cole has the freshest tires up front right now. Alf's fifth. Hoffman sixth. Hartnett is also with Cole. He's in seventh. Tringali eighth. Fitzwater ninth. And Arndt 10th. So, the 43, the 20, and the 42 have the freshest rubber up front. The 12 of Peter Sands restarts 19th. If we can see that 12 car make a move to the high line, you can bet he's going to be flying. Green and Seth Cole make a move to the high line. And the 12 is on the high line. And they're going to go into turn one for the lead 3 wide. Amato and Ferranti are even side by side. Seth Cole right there making that bottom line work. This is where things get interesting. They're up to speed now. And there it is. Amato, Green, Alves, they're all up top. None of the 3 with the freshest rubber up front made their way to the bottom, and now Amato slinks to the bottom. But was that the right decision? I don't think it was, because Green is going to make a move to the high line. The forward power, and for the first time all race, we're seeing a battle for the freaking lead. Seth Cole moves Ferranti up to the middle, 3 wide, as Tony Green. This guy was in the 18 last year, and he was like last in points. Their season was awful, and he is now leading that auto club. And he is going to pull away right now. Alves is in second. Alexander Rose up here. Ferranti's going to duck back to the bottom. Sands was on the high line, but now he makes the move down low, and if he had somebody on the same tires with him in front of him, it would work. But in this case, you don't, and now he's going to make it 3 wide. Let's go to the heli cam. Does his nose get there? It does. And he's actually making ground on his rubber on the bottom. So Peter Sands, watch out, guys, because he's coming in. Oh my gosh, we got 4 wide right there. That's TJ Hanley. Look at this. They're 4 wide right now. They're 4 wide in several areas right now. Holy crap. John Arndt is all the way next to the wall right now. This is insane. This restart really bunched these guys up. Green is the leader. Alves is in second. Amato, Tringali, Hoffman. That's your top 5. Seth Cole's on the high line. They are 3 wide up top. Seth Cole's got the freshest tires in the top 10. Peter Sands is still trying to make that bottom line work. Jonny Gardner is back into the top 10 for the first time all day, behind 2 cars who we know have grip. The 43 and the 20. The 42 is on the high line, trying to make himself get around all of these slow cars. Remember, the last 5 laps is where we'll see everybody that pit at lap 49. Their tires are going to just basically, metaphorically, drop off the car. And Tringali's making a move for 3rd. That's on Amato. They are still 3-4 wide up here. It's ridiculous. Fitzwater's the 3rd car up on the high line, and he can't go anywhere. But look at the 12 of Peter Sands. He restarted 19th. I said it. If he got to the high line, he would be good. He went to the bottom. I thought he was screwed. But he is making this low line work. He was the only driver to stay out 1 more lap than the second group. And he is up to 11th. Fitzwater's running the high line now. One of our drivers that we know for sure has the fresher tires. Then a few of these cars up here. Hartnett is on the bottom. Seth Cole is running behind Amato as he makes his way to the outside of Tringali. That would be for 4th. And you can see right there, there's the 1 lap difference in rubber. and Seth Cole will move up to 4th. But right now, Alves and Green are gone. We're at 11 to go. The single file has really helped them. Cole is going to make a move to the bottom of Amato, but he can't quite get there on entry. Hoffman's now up top, put to the top 3 wide. There's Fitzwater, as now Sands is to the high line of Hartnett, but he is in a 3 wide situation. Now it's a 2 wide situation. This is what Sands really needs. Gardner's going to make it almost back into a 3 wide, but Tringali gets out of the way at the last second. But Sands is running behind a car with fresher tires. That's Fitzwater in the 43. Seth Cole's on the bottom again of Amato. Rowe's going to make it 3 wide, or he tried to. Hoffman now back to the bottom. Fitzwater up top. And you'd think that I'm commentating the battle for the race lead or something, because it's just ridiculously crazy right now. But we know these cars have fresher tires, and they're making it work. And now Amato is going to get put 3 wide to the top by cars with fresher rubber. And we know the top of a 3 wide is not the preferred line. The middle is. And does Seth Cole finally get by him? Yes, he does. Seth Cole the 3rd. Alves is going to make a move on Green for the lead. Now Fitzwater's on the bottom in 4th. Sands has made his way up to 5th. We could be looking at the craziest strategy move all season right here. And now Sands is cleared. Fitzwater, he's going to cross over to the inside of Seth Cole. Now he can't quite get there. Fitzwater doesn't get a run on him though yet. Seth Cole is up to 3rd place. Hartnett was the one that was also on fresher tires. He's up here. He's running the high line. The intensity's picked up. We're going to get one of those Auto Club finishes. Alves couldn't make the low line work on Tony Green. We've had 3 different big leaders today. Jackson, not in the top 10 anymore. Amato is outside the top 5. He wasn't outside the top 5 all race except for pit stops. Now we have Tony Green in the lead. Alves is in 2nd. Seth Cole is in 3rd. And Peter Sands with the pit strategy is up to 4th. Fitzwater is in 5th. These 3 guys pit in the 2nd pack, except for Sands. He pit by himself the 3rd time. But just watch out, because if Sands can get in the right position in these next 7 laps, he will blow the doors off of these other drivers. Now they're drafting up. Sands is going to make a move because Alves made a move to the bottom as well. Alves has to lift big time. Sands had to lift about the same, but that's going to help the 42 and the 43. Fitzwater thought about maybe making it in a middle shoot. Doesn't do it. Seth Cole's got help from the 43 right now. And they are on the high line. 1 lap fresher tires on both of those 2 cars right there. Now the 12, he's got the freshest rubber, and he's going to make it 3 wide on the bottom. But is it going to work? Oh, they are definitely 3 wide right now. Fitzwater's going to get a huge run. Fitzwater clears for 3rd as Seth Cole moves up to 2nd, right behind Tony Green. We're coming to 5 to go. And the pack is still in a 3 wide wad behind all the leaders. Gardner's trying to make a move, and there it is. There goes Seth Cole. He looked. He didn't quite get there. Gardner has just finally made his way back up outside the top 5 after starting in 4th place. Remember, Gardner's trying to defend the win. He's not on the freshest rubber. I don't think he can do it. Sands has got to try and find the way to get back caught up here. But Seth Cole is on the inside of Green. You can see that turn 4 is still highline preferred. But right off the exit, they don't lose a ton of speed. And there it is. Sands is starting to get his fresh tires momentum coming in. Fitzwater is going to make a move for 2nd. Sands is in 4th. He restarted 19th, guys. 19th. And he's going to run the high line in 1 and 2. We are at 4 laps to go. This is when you're going to start seeing the tires shred themselves off the cars. And I think we're seeing it because Seth Cole has a huge run. And Sands is up to third. Now he's going to make the move for second. Is this the right time? And Sands doesn't really lose any ground. Fitzwater's behind him in fourth. 3 laps to go. Just praying for not another Phantom Yellow. And Zach Rogers pit. Can these guys even make it all the way? I know Peter Sands can because he made it. He's the one that pit the latest. Rogers is going to come off a pit road. I don't know if that car took tires or not. If he did, this is going to really scrooge the running for the race. Seth Cole's to the high line of Sands. Green is the leader. He doesn't really pull away. Coming to 2 to go. Seth Cole's going to get a huge run off of turn 4 though. More cars are pitting. Some guys can't make it. 2 to go. Oh, it's getting crazy. Seth Cole is going to try and make a move. He can't quite do it. And you can just tell that the force tires are shredding. They're all shredding. Can Sands make a move? He got this far. They're 3 wide. Fitzwater made a move to the high line of Seth Cole. Tony Green's just pulling away right now. They're 3 wide. Are any more drivers going to pit? White flag is in the air. And we do get 2. Here comes Fitzwater. Did he get the right run off of turn 4? It looks like he might have. He's looking at the bottom. He's there. Sands has the freshest tires, remember. But I don't know if it's going to work. There's Fitzwater. Fitzwater's on the bottom. Fitzwater's on the bottom. He's got draft help from the fresh tire cars. Is it going to work, though? Side by side with Tony Green. Oh, they're practically even. Here we go off of turn 4. Checkered flags waving in the air. Who's going to do it? Fitzwater gets him. A last lap pass at Auto Club. And Zachary Fitzwater Sr. leads the most crucial lap of the day. What a finish, man. Wow. Only 34 cars end up making it the entire distance. Green comes up short in second place. Seth Cole gets third. Jonny Gardner rebounded to fourth. He must have been on the same tire strategy as the 43 and others. Peter Sands still gets fifth, guys. I mean, come on. That is crazy. Zach Rogers was racing up there with fresh tires on these guys. Man, Alves gets 6th, Rose 7th, Hoffman 8th, Tringali gets 9th, and Hartnett gets 10th. The 2 drivers that led the most laps get 12th from the 24 and 14th from the 11. What a finish, though. Like, my goodness, that was crazy. That was crazy right there. Look at it. 41 thousandths of a second, or 400ths if you'd like me to be correct about it. What a finish right there, though. That was insane. We've got a 8 1,000ths of a second difference between 13th and 14th. Wow. What a finish, though. Like, that was crazy. That was setting up to be a good finish. I knew it was coming, but to have a side-by-side finish there, I did not think it was going to work. Man, that played out amazing. Well, guys, next week is going to suck compared to this. Next week is at Martinsville. It's going to be a 125-lap race. Because Martinsville always gives you wreckfests, the league is taking a week off throwing yellow flags, so you won't even see any cautions next week. But man, we were going caution free. I think it still would have shaped up to be an incredible finish if Sands could have caught back up. But I think he had the best shot he had because of the restart. But man, those last 20 laps were so fun to commentate. That was awesome. You had people pitting, they couldn't make it. What a race though. That that was awesome. You can see that 4 cars finished a lap down. You know, the 26, 34, the 83, they ended up finishing on the tail end of the lead lap. But DJ Curtis was running up front earlier today, and he could not get the job done. But what a great race! I can't wait till we come back here in the chase. It's going to be one hell of a cutoff race. I can tell you that. So next big race will probably be Texas. I mean after that, just looking at the next 5 races. Martinsville, Texas, Dodge Motordrome, Richmond, Talladega. Um, the Dodge Motordrome should be something like this, especially since they'll actually try to pass on the high line. So the Motordrome should be fun, besides the glitch yellow, where people probably are not gonna communicate. Um, but Richmond should be fun. Talladega, we know will be fun. Um, but yeah, guys, I'm still just winding down here, sitting here. Goodwin Fitzwater Sr. I'll try to see here since I have the points up. Fitzwater was 33rd in points coming into the race today. He will definitely gain some ground and probably plop himself into the top 30. Andrew Rich got 15th. He should gain a little points back. Gardner got 4th. Deanna Jones got 11th, so she should still be the points leader. As for Joshua Osborne, what did the 70 car finish? He got 29th because he was running last, so that's not bad for Osborne. He's probably going to drop a little bit more. But that's your recap for where your winners are at right now. 5 different winners to start the season. We didn't even see a 2-time winner, I think, until the summer Daytona race where an Alex Gray won. So interesting season so far, though, guys. I'm like really enjoying this. You know, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this again, and this race makes it worth it when you have races like these. But I will see you guys next week for Martinsville. The 6th race of the season will be a 6th of the way through the season already, surprisingly, and we'll see what happens at the first short track of the season. Have a good day.